Hey there, gamers! Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the world of multiplayer gaming on Steam and bringing you a fresh list of the top 10 free multiplayer Steam games you should play in 2023. Our first game is Farlight. Like other Battle Royale games, Farlight 84 features a Battle Royale mode where players are dropped onto a map and need to scavenge for weapons, equipment, and resources while eliminating opponents. The last player or team standing wins the match. Farlight 84 is a third-person shooter game set in a post-apocalyptic world where players compete against each other in a large map to be the last one standing. It introduces some unique mechanics to the Battle Royale genre. Players can utilize jetpacks for vertical movement, and they can also pilot various vehicles such as mechs, drones, and more. The game offers character customization options, allowing players to personalize their appearance and gear. Our second game is Paladins. Paladins is a free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter game developed and published by Hi-Rez Studios. The game is available on various platforms, including Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Paladins follows a free-to-play model, which means that players can download and play the game for free. The in-game purchases are primarily focused on cosmetic items, allowing players to support the game while maintaining a level playing field in terms of gameplay. Paladins features an in-game currency system that allows players to unlock new champions, skins, emotes, and other cosmetic items. Players can earn currency through gameplay or opt to purchase it with real money. The game offers a variety of maps and game modes, including Siege, where teams compete to capture points and push payloads, Onslaught, a fast-paced deathmatch mode, and Ranked for competitive play. Hi-Rez Studios is known for consistently updating and evolving their games, and Paladins is no exception. The game receives regular patches, balance updates, new champions, and cosmetics to keep the gameplay fresh and engaging. Our third game is Lost Ark. Lost Ark is an action role-playing game developed by the South Korean game development studio Smilegate RPG. It was initially released in South Korea in November 2018 and gained significant popularity for its visually stunning graphics, dynamic combat system, and expansive open world. The game combines elements of traditional role-playing games with hack-and-slash combat, and features a vast, interconnected world for players to explore. The game offers a sprawling open world with diverse landscapes, towns, and dungeons to explore. Players can venture into different regions, uncovering hidden secrets, completing quests, and battling monsters along the way. Lost Ark includes a wide range of dungeons and raids that can be completed solo or with a group of players. These dungeons offer various challenges, puzzles, and epic boss battles that require coordination and strategy to defeat. The game features a rich storyline with various characters, factions, and quests to engage players in the narrative. Players follow the story as they travel through different zones and uncover the mysteries of the Lost Ark world. The game supports both cooperative and competitive multiplayer gameplay. Players can team up with friends to tackle challenging content or engage in player versus player (PvP) battles in designated areas. Lost Ark follows the free-to-play model, allowing players to access and play the game without an upfront cost. However, like many free-to-play games, it also offers in-game purchases for cosmetic items, convenience items, and other enhancements. Our fourth game is Bless Unleashed. It is an action role-playing game, ARPG, that was developed by Round 8 Studio and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Here are some key features of Bless Unleashed. The game is set in a high-fantasy open world filled with diverse landscapes, cities, dungeons, and monsters. Players can explore the world, complete quests, and engage in various activities. It offers a selection of classes, each with its own unique combat style, abilities, and skills. Examples of classes include Berserker, Crusader, Ranger, Mage, and more. Players can choose the class that best suits their preferred playstyle. Players can team up with friends or other players to tackle dungeons, boss battles, and other challenging content. Cooperative gameplay and teamwork are important for taking on some of the game's more difficult encounters. Bless Unleashed features a storyline with various quests that players can follow to explore the lore of the game's world. These quests often lead players to different regions and reveal more about the game's setting and characters. As players complete quests, defeat enemies, and participate in various activities, they earn experience points and resources to improve their characters. This includes acquiring new gear, enhancing skills, and customizing their appearance. Like many free-to-play games, Bless Unleashed features in-game purchases for cosmetic items, convenience items, and other enhancements. Players can choose to spend real money on these items, but the game itself is accessible without requiring purchases. The game includes player versus player, PvP modes and events, allowing players to compete against each other in battles or engage in special activities for rewards. Our fifth game is Apex Legends. It is a free-to-play battle royale video game developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by Electronic Arts. It was released on February 4, 2019, and quickly gained popularity for its fast-paced gameplay, unique characters with distinct abilities, and team-oriented mechanics. The game is available on various platforms, including PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Apex Legends is set in the futuristic universe of the Titanfall series, although it does not feature the traditional Titan mechs from those games. It follows the Battle Royale format, where players are dropped onto a large map known as King's Canyon, later expanded to include other map, and compete against other players to be the last squad standing. Apex Legends features a roster of characters known as Legends, each with their own distinct personalities, abilities, and playstyles. These abilities range from offensive skills to defensive tactics and support utilities, adding a layer of strategy and diversity to team compositions. Teams consist of 3 players each, and cooperation between squad members is essential for success. The Legends' abilities often complement each other, encouraging teamwork and coordination to gain the upper hand in battles. Apex Legends is widely praised for its innovative ping system. This allows players to communicate with their teammates using contextual pings, such as marking enemy locations, suggesting loot, and pointing out areas of interest. This feature enables effective communication, even for players without microphones. If a teammate is eliminated, they can still be revived if their banner is retrieved by a living teammate and taken to a respawn beacon. This unique mechanic encourages players to prioritize reviving and supporting their fallen teammates, enhancing the team dynamic. As with most Battle Royale games, players must scavenge for weapons, equipment, and healing items throughout the map. Different tiers of loot provide varying levels of effectiveness, and players must manage their inventory wisely. Apex Legends follows a seasonal model, where each season introduces a new battle pass with cosmetic rewards, map changes, and often new legends with unique abilities. This keeps the gameplay fresh and engaging over time. While the game itself is free to play, it offers a variety of cosmetic items and skins that players can purchase with an in-game currency called Apex Coins, or earn through the Battle Pass. Apex Legends received positive reviews for its innovative approach to the Battle Royale genre, its fluid movement mechanics, and its emphasis on team dynamics. It continues to receive updates, balancing changes and new content to maintain its player base and keep the game engaging. Our sixth game is Shatterline, an intense free-to-play FPS with roguelike co-op PvE and PvP modes. Shatterline is still on early access. There is 8 unique playable operatives, different characters with specific abilities. All have access to an armory of 25 plus upgradable and customizable weapons. Both characters and weapons gain experience and unlock new features over time, like in Call of Duty's, for example. There is 8 different game modes. Expedition, where your main goal is to gather crystalline samples and valuable pieces of data. Co-op story mode, where you dive into the story of Shatterline with a series of fierce, intense PvE missions. Invasion, what is combined PvPv experience. Escort, the defending side must convoy a shipment of crystalline cargo through a series of checkpoints and deliver it safely to its point of destination. Team Deathmatch, fights as one of 2 teams until the limit of 80 frags is reached. Conquest, take and hold of hardpoints that randomly appear on the map. Each hardpoint conquered is a score boost for your team. The winner is the team whose score is the highest. Domination. There are 3 active hardpoints on the map at any given time. Teams score by dominating the points. The more points you control, the higher the score. Elimination. This is round-based team deathmatch with no respawn during rounds. To win a round, a team must wipe out all of the opponents. Of course, we have Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, on the list. It is a tactical first-person shooter developed by Valve. The game pits two teams, terrorists and counter-terrorists, against each other in different objective-based game modes. The most common game modes involve the terrorists planting a bomb while counter-terrorists attempt to stop them. The game has an active esports scene, continuing the history of international competitive play from previous games in the series. Teams compete in professional leagues and tournaments, with the game often cited as being among the best in esports. A major update bringing the game to the Source 2 engine, titled Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2 will be a free-to-play game. The game will launch as a free upgrade to Counter-Strike Global Offensive. There are plenty of new CS2 features already announced, with more to come. CS2 smoke grenades have been overhauled to make smokes more dynamic. Smokes will react according to the environment they're in, adjusting to fill spaces, and will be influenced by bullets and grenades that pass through them or detonate nearby. This additional interactability will seemingly have a significant impact on the tactical possibilities around smoke plays. CS2 utilizes sub-tick updates to optimize player experience. Traditionally, the server interprets the state of the game at regular intervals, known as ticks. Because split-second movements and actions are so crucial to games like Counter-Strike, there are cases in which this leads to a discrepancy between what a player sees and what is registered by the server. The new architecture reportedly eliminates this discrepancy by calculating the actions that take place between ticks. The next game is Krunker. It is a popular online multiplayer first-person shooter, FPS game developed by Sydney DeVries. It gained significant attention for its fast-paced gameplay, reminiscent of classic FPS games like Quake and Unreal Tournament. Krunker features a pixelated retro-style graphics reminiscent of older FPS games. The graphics contribute to its smooth performance even on lower-end systems, making it accessible to a wide range of players. The gameplay of Krunker is fast-paced and highly competitive. Players engage in battles in various game modes, including free-for-all, team deathmatch, capture the flag, and more. The core objective is to eliminate opponents using an array of weapons and tactics. Krunker offers a variety of classes, each with unique abilities and attributes. Players can choose from classes like Triggerman, Hunter, Run and Gun, Spray and Pray, and more. Each class has its own set of weapons, allowing players to find their preferred playstyle. Krunker has a thriving community that creates and shares custom maps, mods, and game modes. This has contributed to the game's longevity and kept players engaged with fresh content. Krunker has an in-game currency called KR, which can be earned by playing matches. Players can use KR to purchase cosmetic items or trade with other players. Some players engage in trading as a way to obtain rare and valuable cosmetic items. One of the standout features of Krunker is that it's browser-based, meaning you can play it directly in your web browser without needing to download or install anything. Our next game is Gwent, the Witcher card game. It is a free-to-play collectible card game developed and published by CD Projekt. It is based on the popular card game that originated within the Witcher series of video games by CD Projekt Red. The standalone version, Gwent, offers an expanded and refined experience, focusing solely on the card game aspect. Gwent is a two-player competitive card game where each player builds a deck of cards representing various units, spells, and special abilities. The goal is to win 2 out of 3 rounds by having the higher total strength on the battlefield at the end of each round. Players take turns playing cards, strategically managing their resources, and trying to outwit their opponents. Gwent features several factions, each with its own distinct playstyle and card synergies. The factions included Nilfgaard, Northern Realms, Monsters, Scoia'tael, and Skellige, each drawing from the lore of the Witcher series. Deck building in Gwent involves constructing a deck of a specific faction, consisting of unit, special, and leader cards. Players can choose which cards to include based on their preferred strategies and synergies. Gwent offers various game modes, including casual matches, ranked matches, and arena mode. Gwent has undergone significant updates and expansions since its release, introducing new cards, mechanics, factions, and gameplay modes. These expansions often bring new strategies and ways to play the game, keeping the experience fresh for both new and returning players. Gwent follows a free-to-play model with in-game purchases. Next, we have a game called Bro Falls. It is an asymmetric, massively multiplayer party game with chaotic elements, trap activations, and big falls. Up to 60 online players in a showdown party, and only one who can get the victory. Play as Broccoli to activate the traps or avoid them as a juicy food and win the rounds. Get ready to embark on incredible multiplayer adventures without spending a dime. These top 10 free Steam games of 2023 are your passport to endless fun and excitement. Gather your friends and don't miss out on these gaming gems.